And so as we touch the hem of the garment, as we allow the love of God to fill us and fulfill us and lift us and inspire us, how sweet it is to be in this beloved community, to be interconnected at one-ment, and knowing that this service is magnificent. Blessing Reverend Michael as he speaks the word, that we are open and receptive, and that we know that we know that we know that God is our very life. And blessing Martha with great gratitude and thanksgiving for coming here to share her brilliance with us, and all the volunteers and everyone here sharing their high consciousness. And for beloved Kim, Moksha, beautiful Moksha, for holding the high watch for us. I am so grateful and thankful that we are spending this time together. And with gratitude, I invite us all to affirm it by saying, and so it is. Namaste.
So thank you, Tatiana. And once again, let's welcome Martha Hall Bowman.
It seems we are always looking for what is wrong in our lives every day. It's easy to find the bad and the ugly and not look for things in ways that change our point of view, to look at things anew. There's beauty in a dying tree, a piece of fruit, a squeaky door. There's wonder in a bumblebee, a stormy night, a creaky floor, a jagged stone, a muddy tire, a bumpy scar, a broken down barn, a reliable old car. La 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 la, can you see the beauty? La 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 la, la 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 la. Oh, can you see the beauty? There's beauty in the way things feel, the gentle breeze, the pouring rain, the scent of a flower or a favorite meal, the roar of a passing train, the sound of a voice or a best love song, saying you're sorry if you've been wrong. La 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 la, can you see the beauty? La 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 la, la 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 la. Oh, can you see the beauty? There's beauty in a crinkled shirt, a clump of dirt, a bale of hay. There's beauty in a wrinkled face, an empty space, a brand new day. Fresh fruit from the garden, the love of a favorite dog, the times when your mind's been lifted from the fog. La 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 la, can you see the beauty? La 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 la, la 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 la. Oh, can you see the beauty? There's obvious beauty in a full moon and in a baby's smile. Can you notice something different and beautiful every once in a while? La 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 la. Can you see the beauty? La 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 la, la 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 la. Oh, can you see the beauty? Can you see the beauty?
Thank you, Martha. Oh, how nice. So tell me, does your husband do most of the driving?
No.
No? Oh, okay. He hauls all the equipment.
Phoenix. He's kind of cheating.
Good. Oh. Well, let's acknowledge your husband. Denny. So we have been following the Science of Mind textbook this year as our theme for each Sunday. There's a passage every day that people are invited to read, and then on the passage that's assigned for the Sunday, that's where I draw my talk from. This week, as Tatiana and I were talking about this chapter, the ether of science, and you know, the conversation was kind of like, do you have any idea what this means? You know? And of course, my thought was, I created for the practitioner moment so that they could kind of get it started and not have material to, you know, to feed off from. And then they say, well, we're interested to see what Dr. Michael's going to have to say. So I said to Tatiana, I said, imagine if we're having some challenge with this chapter, this paragraph, and we've been studying this for 20-some years. What would it be like for those of you who are out in the audience, and this may have been the first time you read this, and you're thinking, what is this about? Where are we going with that? How is anybody going to speak about this one? So what I want to first say is that, as Tatiana mentioned, this was first published in 1926. So we have to take into consideration the time and the concept and the things that were going on in the world in that place and that time. Our founder, Ernest Holmes, who wrote this, and Ernie's now over here on our bulletin board in his magnificent glory. You know, he was born in 1887, I believe. So it was a different world then. It was a different time. And there was a different atmosphere that was being created. And there was this new thing that was really beginning to emerge that was called the scientific method. Science in the early 1900s, the late 1800s, was beginning to become an entity unto itself like it had never been before. And there were great minds that were coming forth, like Einstein, that were bringing forth some new theories and some new concepts. And they were trying to determine what is the essence that is going on in this thing that we called life. And so science, as it is designed to do, must begin to investigate. It must begin to break down every little item and particle that they can in order to see if they could find what is that which is what we call the first cause. What is that which is eternal and infinite? And so at that time, they had come up with a theory that they believed that ether, who knows what that is, but because it's since been kind of disproved, but there was this ether that was everywhere. It was the essence of everything that is. And that out of that, everything somehow formed around that or within it or to it or attached to it. And that's how everything in the universe kind of worked in its sense.